Hey guys, my name is Notch, and welcome back to Pokémon SoulSilver. Last time, we went back to the Battle Frontier and took part in the rest of the battle facilities there. Nothing really too big, but it was just something to show off. And now, it is time to go through the most... Oh boy, I am kind of not ready for this, but at the same time I need to get this over and done with. We're gonna go over the rest of the Pokemon that can be obtained through evolutions and all that. Just not ones you would see during a main playthrough in the wild and all that. So, what better place to do this than my favorite area, National Park. And I did say I had something special with Emily. She's going to be walking around with me for this entire episode. So, there is going to be a lot of Pokemon that I need to go over, and this is probably going to be broken up into probably 2 or maybe even 3 bonus episodes. Yeah, there's a lot to go through. There is a whole lot to go through. So, let's get things started. So, going on with the Johto starters. If you pick Chikorita and evolve it into Bayleaf, it is a slightly better option. Just like with the entire Meganium line, it is mainly there to be a physical special wall with decent attack stats here or there, but it's mainly used as a support Pokemon, and going into Meganium as well, very good at being a defensive wall, both on the physical and special side. Try to see you take advantage of that with Reflect, Light Screen, Synthesis. This thing is a pretty good support Pokemon. Next one is Quilava. Quilava, pretty good, solid special attacker of the entire Johto starters. Quilava is such a pretty good option for early game, and even mid to. Oh, actually, it's mainly good at the start of the game due to Bugsy and all that, but when fully evolved into Typhlosion, now this thing can hit hard. It's got a really high special attack stat, and got pretty much decent everything else. If you were playing the old Gen 2 games, I would recommend Cyndaquil into Quilava and Typhlosion, but since this is Gen 4, Gen 2 with the physical special split, for Alligator is the top pick. Next one is the final evolved form of Pidgeotto, being Pidgeot. Pidgeot, however you want to say it. This thing is the standard traditional early route bird. It's actually pretty decent. It's not that good. It's kind of underwhelming in the most part. It's mainly there to just be fast and hit hard with its physical attack. But other than that, it's not really that. Pidgeot is a pretty good option, but there are pretty other good flying types out there. And actually, the one coming up coming up soon is the best option by far. The option in question is Crobat. Crobat, this thing is very, very fast. Golbat needed an evolution, and it got a good one. With a base stat total of 530, yeah. Crobat outspeeds a lot of Pokemon in this region, and it does deal a lot of damage with its high physical attack. Honestly, hearing a physical attacking poison type is kind of weird, but it's got a flying type, and it's actually unique because it's the only poison flying typing, other than Golbat and Zubat, of course, but it's good. Its flying typing does help with nullifying a weakness that the poison type has, which is ground. So, Mother, I am currently doing something. So, Crobat is a must for a team member, and you can get Zubat earlier on in the Dark Cave on the Route 30 side. Let me just quickly do this. Yes, hello, you bought a berry for me. Thank you, Mother. So yes, I know. I think it's Route 30. Let's have a look. Yeah, on the Route 30 side with Dark Cave. That's the earliest way you can find Zubat if you want yourself a Crobat. Just downside, the way you get Golbat in a Crobat is a friendship evolution, so you gotta be careful when using this thing in battle. Because Zubat is a weak Pokemon, and it's not gonna learn really good moves until, like, level 12 and, like, 17. Next one is Golem. Golem is a fantastic physical wall. Just the downside of it, it's very slow. And it's got a very bad typing of rock and ground, so it's got a lot of weaknesses. Two of them being quad weaknesses of grass and water, two very common types. Actually, in Johto, there's not much grass types, actually, now I say about it, but water types are out there. It does have a high attack stat as well, but I wouldn't recommend Golem as a whole. Like, if you really, really want yourself a good physical wall and passed up on Onix, yeah, but you're gonna need to trade over to get Graveler into Golem. Yeah, it's one of those Pokemon. Yes, trades. Yes, trade evolution. It's so fun! Next one is the baby Pokemon introduced in this generation, being Cleffa. Cleffa, as a baby Pokemon, it sucks. It honestly sucks. I'm pretty sure most baby Pokemon require, like, friendship to fully evolve into their respective forms. So, friendship to evolve it into Clefairy, and a Moonstone to get it into Clefable. Would I recommend it? Yeah! Like, if you want to get yourself a, Clefable, Clefable's a pretty good Pokemon. It gets really good, when it gets its Fairy typing, but this is before Gen 6, so a lot of Pokemon did not get the Fairy typing. And Cleffa, the entire Cleffa line is that example. Next one is Igglybuff. Just like Cleffa, it's weak, requires friendship, and requires a Moonstone to fully evolve into Wigglytuff. But when you do fully evolve it, it becomes a fantastic, bulky Pokemon. Do I recommend it over Cleffa? No. I say Cleffa is the best of the two when comparing them into Wigglytuff and Clefable. But, yeah, just keep in mind, if you want to get these baby Pokemon, you're gonna have to breed Clefairy or Clefable, because that's the only way of getting them. I mean, the Pokewalker exists, but chances are you probably don't have that item. Like, yeah. Next one is I wrote down Togetic twice in my notes. Togetic sucks. Why was this thing, like, the main example of breeding introduced in Gen 2 from Togepi into Togetic, a really weak Pokemon? I don't understand. Like, I mean, I guess, like, just to show off that, yo, you can breed so you can get really strong Pokemon. But the example of it being that main reason, it should have been stronger than it needed to be. It's entirely weak, and I'm pretty sure it's got high special defense from what I remember. But this is Gen 4. And it got a much-needed evolution being Togekiss. Togekiss is a fantastic special wall and a pretty good special attacker to boot. This thing is really good paired up with Serene Grace as well, and that's mainly about it. It doesn't excel well at being a physical attacker. It's got a low attack stat still. So, if you want it, it's not gonna be good, and you're not gonna get it into Togekiss until post-game, because you're gonna need a Shiny Stone to evolve it into Togekiss. Plus friendship to get it into Togetic as well. That line kind of got butchered until Gen 4. Next one is a really good Pokemon. The first Ghost type, the first fully evolved Ghost type in Gen 1 is Gengar. Gengar! Really, really good. And I'll be right back. Sorry, I'm back. My nose started bleeding out of nowhere. So, where was I? Oh, Gengar. Really good special attacker. It is honestly a really good choice. Just again, downside, if you want Gengar, you're gonna need a Haunter and trade it over to someone, then trade it back because trade evolution. But you do get, with the payoff, you do get a really good special attacking Pokemon, and it's pretty decently fast. It is on the frail side as well, so most physical attacks are gonna neutralize it in like one fell swoop. So you gotta keep that in mind. And also, this is like Gen 4, so it does get the ability Levitate before it got changed over to Curse Body. So, nullifying a weakness, that's pretty good. Next one is Poliwrath. Poliwrath, it gains the fighting typing from pure water to water fighting, and that's a pretty good typing. It's got a good attack stat, and it could be used as a mixed attacker, but it's mainly good at being a physical attacker. If you want to get it, you're going to need a Water Stone and use it on the Poliwhirl. And it's pretty good. I think it's got Swift Swim for its ability. I could be remembering it wrong. Out of the two with the Poliwag line, both is good, but Poliwrath is more of the physical attacking of the two. And the next one is, of course, Politoed. Politoed is more mainly used as a competitive Pokemon. With its hidden ability, Drizzle. Chances are you're not going to get a Politoed with its hidden ability, so you're not going to get Drizzle in the first place. It's more of the, it's more as a not a physical special attacker, but again, it can be mixed. It is decently fast. I'm pretty sure it's faster of the two. And that's mainly about it. I can just say for those two. If you're doing just a single player run, Poliwrath. If you're doing competitive and all that, or doubles, Politoed is the go. Next one is Slowking. Slowking is more of the special wall out of Slowbro and itself. That doesn't mean it's bad. It's got good special attack as well. It's just downside. You're gonna need a trade. Yes, a lot of downsides with really good Pokemon, but it is a item evolution trade as well. So you're gonna need to have a King's Rock alongside Poliwhirl with Politoed. I forgot to mention that. Holding a King's Rock, trade over, trade it back, and you get yourself those two Pokemon. But they're pretty good. Water Psychic is a really good typing. A lot of bulk to it, a lot of special attacking stats as well. Again, I really have no idea what to say about that thing. It's just good. Next one is Vileplume. Vileplume, pretty good special attacker when paired with the sun. Just like most grass types out there, it does have the ability Chlorophyll, which boosts its speed in sunlight, which it honestly needs because it is really slow. So try to pair it with Sunny Day and Solar Beam, and you got yourself a pretty decently fast, strong special attacker. Just if you want to get a Vileplume, you're gonna need a Gloom with a Leaf Stone. Next one is the worst one, and I have no idea why they made this, but it's here. And that is Bellossom. Bellossom is the fast special wall. That is not a good combination. It loses its poison typing when fully evolved into Bellossom, meaning it's now weak to its former type. Yeah. Grass Poison had a lot of defensive coverages as well, and now it's just being a pure grass. That means it's got a lot of weaknesses. I don't recommend Bellossom as a whole because you're going to need a Sunstone to fully evolve it, and you're going to need to win the bug catching contest if you want a Sunstone. If I were to pick, Vileplume all the way. Next one is a really, really good Pokemon, and that is Alakazam. Alakazam, fast and strong on the special side. Downside, trade, but it's also very, very frail. It doesn't have a good HP stat, it doesn't have a good defense stat, everything else is just mainly special attacking, special defense, and speed. So, it's gonna get hit, it's gonna get KO'd literally by like the first hit if it's physical. It does outspeed most Pokemon, so that's a good plus. Synchronize is a really good ability. I think it also has Inner Focus. I could be mistaken. But, yeah, it's a good choice. I think you can get, like, Abra from what I remember, like the bottom route of Goldenrod. No, that's Drowsy. No, it is. No, it's at the bottom route of Goldenrod. It's there. So, if you got a friend, trade. It's a good Pokemon. Next one is Fortress. Fortress. Really good physical wall. Bug Steel is a really good typing. Both, well, actually not both. Just on the physical, on the defensive side. Fortress has a monstrously high physical defense, but poor everything else. It's mainly there to tank hits and set up Toxic Spike, basically what Skarmory does, but they're pretty on par with each other. I actually really like this thing. If you want to get a Fortress, you have to find a Pineco that is hidden in trees, and you need to headbutt them down. I can't remember. I do know that in the old Gen 2 games, they do come with the ability, with the move Self-Destruct. So if that is also the case for this remake, just be careful when trying to catch it, because it will kill itself. Next one is Nidoqueen. Nidoqueen is really balanced. It's got balanced stats across the board, and it's really good. Poison Ground, really unique typing. You're gonna need a Moonstone to fully evolve it, and you're gonna need a female Nidoran. Well, they're different species, but you understand. I have used one in the past with my Leaf Green playthrough, and that proved wonders. Nidoqueen is a pretty good Pokemon. It's just pretty underwhelming at times. I did notice that in my playthrough of Leaf Green. It can be underwhelming at times, but it's still decently strong. A bit stronger than it is Nidoking. Nidoking is more on the physical side, but still decent in every other stat. Again, you're gonna need a Moonstone from Nidorino into Nidoking, and there's nothing really else to be said about. They're like basically the same Pokemon with like almost the same stat spread, but one is good, better at the other stat than the other. So I think Nidoqueen is more on the wall, like on the defensive side, while Nidoking is on the attacking side. Next one is a really good Pokemon, and I'm so thankful this thing was made. Yanmega. Yanma needed an evolution, because holy crap, this thing was so weak. Yanmega was the cool bug type before Gen 5. Well, Pinsir, Scyther, Scizor, Heracross, they're all there. Almaldo. But, yeah. This thing is really fast. And it's a pretty good physical attacker as well. Just the downside, it's got a really crappy typing of bug flying, but that doesn't matter, because its ability Speed Boost is so good. Speed Boost increases its speed stat at the end of every turn. So therefore, chances are there's not going to be any Pokemon out there that can outspeed Yanmega. You're going to need to have Yanma learn the move Ancient Power to get Yanmega. And honestly, I know I've been told this, but I cannot remember if most Gen 4 evolutions can be... actually, wait, no, they can. Before National Dex. You're just gonna need to go to Blackthorn, have a get a Heart Scale, and reteach some like the corresponding moves for those Pokemon. So Yanma needs Ancient Power to get into Yanmega, and you got yourself a really fast Pokemon. Next one is a really crappy Pokemon. I don't recommend this thing a whole lot, and that is Sunflora. Sunflora, why the fuck was this thing even made? I have no idea. It tries to be a good special attacker, but it just fails at doing so. Sunkern is really weak, and you're gonna need a Sunstone to fully evolve it into Sunflora. Just do yourself a favor. don't use this thing. It's not good. It is definitely not worth it. Next one is really worth it, and that is Exeggutor. Exeggutor, fantastic special attacker. It's decently slow, but that can be worked around with its ability Chlorophyll, and you're just going to need to pair it with Sunny Day, and just to get that speed boost. Grass Psychic is actually a pretty unique typing. Bug, it's its main weakness, but chances are Bug types aren't going to be a major play because they're just weak before Gen 5. But Exeggutor is really good. You're going to need a Leaf Stone to fully evolve it from Execute into Exeggutor. And I just got a lot of fondness for it because it is a Pokemon that I used in my Leaf Green playthrough. So, in short, really good special attacker. Can be good when paired with its ability with Sunny Day. So, there you go. Next one is Scizor. Scizor! Funnily enough, this thing's got the exact same base stat total as Scyther, being 500. Yeah, I think the Scyther line is the only line that doesn't increase its stats. It just, like, swaps it around. Scyther being mainly a fast physical attacker, while Scizor is a slow defensive wall. Bug Steel is, of course, a fantastic typing. I mainly use Scizors and like Scythers as my False Swipe Pokemon, just so I can catch a lot of Pokemon for the decks. So if you don't want to use it for a team member, that is completely fine. Scizor is a fantastic Pokemon to use for a False Swiper. Next one is Ambipom. Ambipom! Needed evolution for Apom. A lot of Gen 2 Pokemon needed much needed love, and it got good one. Ambipom requires the move Double Hit to evolve. It becomes a really fast physical attacker, but being a really frail one at that. It does learn a variety of normal and fighting type moves, and that's all there is to it with this thing. Like, if you want an Apom, you just need to find one in the headbuttable trees, and you're good to go. If you just need to get double hit, you need to go to the Blackthorn and just relearn some moves. So, that's all there is to it. Next one is Granbull. Granbull is really weird. It's a physical attacker with a really good ability being Intimidate, and honestly, this thing kind of gets outclassed. I did not mean to go in that patch of grass. Ew! Ew! Get me out of here! I don't want this thing. I hate this thing. Why were you even here? Well, anyway, Granbull, before Gen 6, it was a pure normal type, but with Gen 6, it is a fairy typing. So, it did get a buff. It is decently strong, but there are better normal type options out there. And even with that, like, Snubbull is such a rare Pokemon. I'm pretty sure in, like, the one route it's found, it's at a 1% chance. So, chances are, you're not going to even use this thing for, like, a single-player playthrough. But it's just, it's good, just, I wouldn't recommend it. Next one is our first exclusive. A SoulSilver exclusive, and that is Ninetales. Ninetales is a good special wall, and honestly, I don't really care for this thing. It tries to be an attacking Pokemon, but it's just there to be a special wall. Its ability, Flash Fire, it's kind of hit or miss, because why would you want to attack a Fire type with a Fire type move in the first place? This thing should have been either like a Fire Ghost type or Fire Psychic type, in my opinion. Could have made it a little bit better. But the one that is the best of the two is the Heart Gold exclusive, Arcanine. Arcanine, really good mixed attacker. It's fast, it's strong, it's got the ability Intimidate, it's everything you want a Pokemon to be. If you want it, it's a Heart Gold exclusive, so just keep that in mind, and you're going to need a Fire Stone to evolve Growlithe into Arcanine. Same with Vulpix into Ninetales, but if I were to pick the two, Arcanine is the way to go. Next one is actually a really weird Pokemon, and that is Azumarill. Azumarill, you've probably used this thing in like the Gen 9 Terra raids due to its ability Huge Power and Belly Drum. And I think it's mainly Belly Drum and Helping Hand. But this is not Gen 9, this is Gen 4, Gen 2. Azumarill, it wants to be a physical attacker, but it's not. It's mainly there to be a bulky special attacker, but due to its ability Huge Power, it boosts its attack stats. Yeah, that's kind of weird. I mean, it's decent, and it gets even better in Gen 6 because it gets its fairy typing, but it's not really that good when it comes to single-player playthrough. If you were playing Gen 9, it's a really good Pokemon for Terra raids. Next one is Machamp. Machamp is a really, really powerful physical attacker. It comes with a lot of good moves, like both like fighting. It even learns like a lot of fire type moves and like rock type moves and all that. It's again one of those Pokemon that you're gonna need a trade to get its full evolutionary line, and that's mainly about it. It, like in hindsight, good physical attacker, and poor in the special department. It's decently fast, it's decently bulky, it's just there to be really good at physical attacks. Next one is Hitmonlee. Hitmonlee is the attacking of the three. It's got very good physical attack and pretty good special defense as well. I have used one in a Leaf Green playthrough, and it proved really good. If you were to get one, Limber is a really good ability. I think it's the only ability, but I really can't remember. Limber basically protects it from being paralyzed. So that's pretty good. That's good in my books. Next one is the defensive wall of the three, and that is Hitmonchan. Hitmonchan comes with a lot of punching moves. Fire Punch, Ice Punch, Thunder Punch, even Mach Punch. And Dynamic Punch, because it's mainly the punching Pokemon. You would think this would be a really strong physical attacker, but no. It's decent at physical attacks. It's mainly there to be a wall. That is honestly weird. When you look at this thing, you go, huh, that it should be good at being an attacker, but no. That doesn't mean it's bad, it's just Hitmonlee is the preferred pick. And rounding up the Hitmons is Hitmontop. Hitmontop is the balanced of the three, having good defense and good attack. It also has the good ability of Intimidate. It's just, out of the three, this one is the most annoying to get, because you need to have an attack stat and defense stat equal. That's stupid. So if you have a Tyrogue, if you want Hitmonlee, attack has to be higher than defense. If you want to Hitmonchan, defense has to be higher than attack. If you want to Hitmontop, defense and attack has to be balanced. Exactly the same. So, if I had to pick, Hitmonlee is the preferred one, but honestly, I was planning on using Hitmontop for this Let's Play, and I've decided against it because I knew it was going to be annoying to obtain, and by God, I made the right decision. That doesn't mean it's bad, it's just annoying to obtain. We're back to now the babies of Gen 2, and rounding them up is Magby. Magby sucks. Just like most baby Pokemon, it's not good. When evolved in a Magmar, then it gets really good. I think that's around like level 30, I'm pretty sure. So that's another exception, because I did thought that most baby Pokemon were friendship based, but not with this one. There are other exceptions. So I think it's around level 30 where it gets into Magmar, and you're gonna need the Magmarizer and hold it through a trade to get Magmortar. And Magmortar is actually the next Pokemon we're gonna go over, and there we go. So Magmortar, really good Pokemon. Magmar was decently strong, and it got even better with Magmortar. It's, from what I remember, because I have used one once, and it being a mixed attacker, mainly being a special attacker. It's really strong and really, really good. Honestly, I just can't think of a downside when using Magmortar other than you're gonna need a Magmarizer and trade just to get it. Next one is Smoochum. Why was this thing made? I have no idea. It's stupid. It's weak. Why is this even here? I think it evolves without friendship, and I think it's, again, like level 30 to get it into Jinx. When evolved into Jinx, it becomes a really good special attacker, but I really don't like this thing. It's just unsettling to look at. Like, I don't know why Smoochum was made. Maybe just to add in the dex, I don't know. But if you do manage to get this, Jinx is still a pretty good special attacker. Next one is Elekid. Elekid is honestly pretty decent for a baby Pokemon. I think it's got a high attack rather than high special attack, but I could be mistaken. I do know when fully evolved into Electabuzz and then Electivire, it becomes a mixed attacker. Well, Electabuzz is mainly a special attacker, while Electivire is the mixed one, because it gets a very high attack stat. Out of those two, like out of Magby and Elekid, I have to go with Elekid, because Electivire is such a pretty good Pokemon. That doesn't mean Magmortar's bad, it's just I prefer Electivire. And honestly, going on with Electivire, it is really strong! High physical attack, high special attack, and it's just pretty, like, annoying to take down. Next one is Starmie. Starmie gets the Psychic typing when fully evolved, because why not? You're gonna need a water... Oh, wait, hang on. Before we get into Starmie, you're gonna need Electorizer and trade just to get Electabuzz into Electivire. There you go. But Starmie, you're gonna need a Water Stone to fully evolve it from Staryu into Starmie. And honestly, it's a pretty fast Pokemon from what I remember. It's pretty bulky from what I remember as well, so just keep that in mind. I know it's mainly there to be a physical attacker. Like, I could be wrong. Like, I don't know everything, so that's why we got bios for these Pokemon. So, it's there. If you want to pick it up, you just need a Water Stone. Next one is Cloyster. Cloyster, very good special wall. Not special wall, physical wall. It's slow, but it tanks a lot of hits. Water Ice is actually a pretty good solid typing if you're not using it for any attacking purposes. Now, there aren't really that much to go over Cloyster, except it's slow and really good at being a physical wall. That doesn't mean it's bad, it's pretty good at attacking as well, but that's just mainly what it's used for. Next one is Octillery. Yeah, this thing exists. I mean, I kind of like it. As an octopus tank? What? But, it's a physical water type, and it's kind of obscure just to get because Remoraid is kind of hard to obtain. But if you do manage to get it, it is a pretty good physical attacker. Just decent everything else. Next one is Licky Licky. Licky Licky. Really? Did Lickitung need an evolution? Kinda. I mean, I'm not complaining. Lickitung probably needed something, and it got a pretty good one at that. It's a bulky physical attacker from what I remember, or a physical wall. It is decently slow, so there you go. If you want Licky Licky, you're gonna need to learn, have it learn Rollout. Again, if you don't have it in like the moveset, just go to the Move Reminder, Move Tutor in Blackthorn City. I think I might as well call it quits because there is a lot to go over. Honestly, I don't think 2 or 3 episodes are gonna be enough, maybe 4 or even 5. Yeah, I'm not kidding when there's a lot of Pokemon to go over. Why did I do this? Because information. So I'm going to call it quits right there. Next time on Pokemon SoulSilver, we're going to go over the rest of the Pokemon that I need to go over for this game. So, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you all will have a good one.